Welcome to a Ball and Dream podcast. I am your host, Jalen Hunter. This is my co-host, Sterling Torrance.
Rich.
Special guest, Herman Gaines.
What it do?
And not currently with us, but with us in spirit, Val Duncan.
T-Bell.
So this is the first edition of Ball and Dream podcast, and we're going to start off with our Ball and Dream story. So who wants to start off?
Man, I'll let you start it.
I'm going to start off with, I was about 4 years old. Yeah, when my first love was football. 4 years old. My mom signed me up for Little League here. Played a couple years there. So I was about 6. And then, so you're still supposed to play flag football about 6. I was so big, they moved me up because my mom didn't have a birth certificate. So, because they was like,
She lied.
he ain't 6.
Hell nah. What you say his name was?
He ain't 6. So I've been playing tackle football since 6 years old. I was usually one of the top kids on the team. So going up to about 5th grade, I'm in Division II. We went to the Toy Bowl. We lost. I ain't touched the ball enough, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
They won't give it to the other people, but I was the best player on the team. But I don't think we scored, and I touched the ball a handful of times. We ain't gonna get to that.
That's one of your moments.
Why y'all lost?
Yeah, that's one of
Hey,
your
one
moments.
thing is, we lost. I wasn't even crying. I was mad. I was like, everybody crying but me.
Yeah. I didn't lose that game. That don't count on man. I ain't touched the ball like I was supposed to touch it for us to win. That don't count.
So 6th grade, we came out. We lost our first game. I about quit. I'm talking about we lost the game. I'm going home crying to my mama. Hey, I want to quit. She was right there with me. I thought about it. I was like, man, let me go this first practice next week. Change the whole offense and defense. Hey, talking about, we was not throwing the ball no more.
That's what's up.
I touched the rock like every other play. And then our other running back, he got hurt. So he was out for like almost half the season till we got to about playoffs. So I'm touching the ball about the whole game.
Feed them.
Hey, so we around that time, we started beating teams 40-0. We was like that first generation of people turning up the scoreboard.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It'd be 40-0. Oh yeah, about halftime. Go ahead and turn that off real quick. So we make it to the Toy Bowl, play Danny Carruthers and the Bears.
Danny been in sports a long time, huh?
He been in there before I was even born, for real.
Damn.
Like he been doing it like that long.
Yeah.
So we play the Bears. I'm talking about I'm the only one that touched the whole ball the whole game. I came out one play because I got tackled and dude twist my helmet.
Right.
So I came out that play, right back. Besides that, I touched the ball every possession of the game.
He's out there like Walter Payton did.
Hey, we won that game 18-0. So I scored both touchdowns and got the safety.
Hey, all American.
Yeah.
League team.
So about that time, a school was recruiting me after the Toy Bowl. Told my mom,
Hold on.
I'm not gonna name names.
Hold
I'm
on.
not gonna name names.
Hold on. I know it's gonna be good. I know this was gonna be a good story.
This is a story.
Now, what grade you was in and how old you was?
I was 6th grade, probably about 11, 12, something like that.
And you say a school, high school?
I wouldn't say the high school in particular, but they were affiliated with the high school.
Somebody get ESPN down here. Get a little investigation going on. So this had to be in.
This is 2006.
Yeah. Right now, please come.
I'm not gonna name names. I'm not gonna name because I know who the daddy I know all that.
Hey, we do too.
No, I know who the person who actually told my mom this.
That's crazy.
So yeah, so after it was like literally after the toy boat ended, like the next day, my mom was like home. She was like, "So you can go to school. They'll pay the tuition, and they'll take you back and forth to school." So we didn't have to move at all, and I was gonna have to go there tuition free, ride everything.
Man, what year was this?
Oh,
2006.
so you was gonna get that
Man,
red
hold on,
carpet
hold
special
on,
treatment.
hold
Hey,
on.
hey, they paying
Hold
rent, lights, phone bill, cable bill,
We
insurance, car note.
we could have got that if we probably would have asked,
Hey,
but.
wait a minute, man. I'm gonna take a guess though. I ain't
No, we not mentioning this.
You
We
right.
did- I'm not mentioning
You
it.
should have brought it up.
I've been taking guesses this shit.
We
It's
all
on-
know who
it's
it
on-
is, but I'm
it's
not
on-
going. I'm not
Hold
going
on.
to get
South,
the name
South
out.
Warren wasn't even built then. So
There's only 4
yeah.
schools, but like, see, you trying to get away hints. I don't need away hints.
I ain't get ready to do it. I ain't get
So,
ready to do it.
but here's the thing. At that same, so what? I begged my mama to just take the deal, and she didn't let me go. And I'm talking about for like months, not just like a week or two. I'm talking about for the rest of the school year.
You know
And this
why?
happened. So the toy boat was in December. So from December to May, and she didn't let me go. But also about that time, I realized probably ain't gonna make it to the NFL. So my whole mindset was, growing up, I'm gonna be NFL. But I looked around my surroundings. I was like, I ain't seen nobody like around me that's made it. So I was like, you know what? What is my next option out of here? And I decided I want to be a CEO at that point.
Small move. Small.
So that was 6th grade. 8th grade. Well, 7th grade I played football at the school. Really didn't like it. 8th grade, went to you know what? I'm not gonna say their name. That school, I have ill will feelings towards, but I'm not gonna say their name.
We're gonna get us an exclusive update on this story.
Yeah, man.
But so 8th grade, I transferred to Bowling Green after the first quarter. Oh, let's go back. 7th grade, played football. I got cut from the. I tried out for the basketball team, got cut. So 8th grade, played football for a little bit. I hated the school, hated the coaches, all that. So I really went into it. We moved, so I transferred to Bowling Green. Tried out for the basketball team, got cut. So going into my freshman year, I'm not playing football. I made the freshman basketball team. They didn't make JV or varsity. Sophomore year, I thought about playing football. Didn't ended up not playing. Played basketball, played JV and varsity. Junior year, it gets real interesting junior year. So junior year, I didn't think about playing football at all. Was only playing varsity to start. I almost ended up quitting. I didn't feel like I wasn't getting a fair shot. That was my own personal view and feelings. So, I'm not trying to.
Well, you got records at Bowling Green, don't you?
Yeah, this is basketball. So
Okay, yeah.
I almost quit. And the thing is, at that time, South Warren just got up and running. I was going to transfer to South Warren. So I'm giving you details that I ain't really told nobody, but I'm gonna save some details. If you know me, you know what I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I almost quit, and I was dead set because what happened was our assistant coach from my sophomore year, he got the head coaching job at South Warren. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go overplay them, but I didn't end up going. What happened was we ended up losing the regional championship to go to Ditto play in state tournament. Honestly, I wasn't gonna play nothing. I was thinking about transferring. Then my best friend Brandon Green, we made a pact, kind of a bet, that if I played football, he played basketball. But what ended up happening was he tore ligaments in his ankle, So he didn't end up playing basketball, but I ended up playing football. And here's the funniest story. In that same moment, I'm in my class. We made the pack, and the teacher who was teaching the class, it was social studies. He ended up being my position coach. So I tell him, I was like, because I knew he coached, I was like, I'm gonna go out there. I'm taking somebody's spot. And he laughed in my face. So, and if you know me, you laugh in my face. That's just an automatic trigger. But he didn't know that back in the day, I was best person in the league.
Yeah, he ain't gonna know it.
He didn't know that, and I was like, no, I'm serious. I'm gonna come out there and take somebody's spot. And he said, oh, okay. So I came out. They was talking about putting me at receiver, tight end. I ended up being tight end. Started. So first game of the season, I ended up having 3 touchdowns and come on.
When you say you took somebody's spot, did you take somebody's spot?
I did take somebody's spot.
And who was that person?
He was trash.
Who was that person?
So junior year, there was 2 tight ends in my class that were going to be seniors. One didn't play. I don't know if he heard if I was coming or not, but he went better than me. The other person, he wasn't better than me. It was Josh Kublin, Malin Robinson. They was my tight end group. And then there was a sophomore. There was 2 sophomores in there. They just wasn't ready enough. So, I came in there. But, I didn't come in there bragging that I was going to take somebody, but I just told him I'm coming there because I already know me.
You came in there bully foot. Doing motherfucking waiting around like you supposed to.
So,
motherfucker don't stop that shit. It's over with.
The thing is, they were shocked, like, once they actually saw me on the field. And this is coaches and players. Of like, where the fuck was he at all 4 years? So,
under the radar.
What did coach son say?
Huh? Oh, I forgot. The coach's son, it was three sophomores. The coach's son, he was in that group, but he hadn't grew into his body yet. He almost broke my record too, but we ain't got to the record part yet. So
he said he almost.
He almost did. And I was like, woo! So first game of the season, I scored 3 touchdowns. I actually dropped the first pass to me. Shook that off, got 3 touchdowns, ended up being player of the game. Offensive player of the game. So blah blah blah. We go through the season. I end up having like 26 receptions, 400+ yards, 9 touchdowns, and we went 15-0. So I was probably like 4th in targets, 4th in yards, and I was 2nd in touchdowns. I think the Cardinals had 10 or 11. So, I ended up scoring my final touchdown in the state championship game. I actually hurt my foot that game.
I'd have spiked that shit in the
I hurt my foot.
championship.
I hurt my foot on the touchdown. So I caught it, rolled into the end zone, and rolled on my foot. And that's the same spot. I literally sprained my foot. The exact same spot I broke it.
Damn.
So that senior year of football, actually, until recently, I had the most career touchdowns for a tight end in a season in a game. No, in a season and a career. Jordan Dingle broke my career record. I think he has 11. I got 9. Hopefully nobody breaks my season record. that's a lot of touchdowns for a tight end.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So they're going to have to be a Gronk.
That's a lot of touchdowns for a tight end. Going to basketball season, I wore a boot for the first month and a half.
Yeah, that's probably the worst time of your life trying to transition from that shit.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up winning region. We won district and region. Played Central in both district and region. Beat them. Went up to Rupp. We lost first round. And so thinking so for football, I had Lindsey Wilson looking at me. Georgetown College and Georgetown University. Lindsey Wilson offered me. I didn't want to go. Georgetown was interested. Georgetown University told me that I was their second tight end, ranked their second tight end in the nation. So if they would have offered me, I was going. I don't want to take a visit, none of that. I was out of there.
Hey, look.
And I never would have came back.
Yeah, you finna go to Chocolate Cities, you boy.
So, but they never really offered me. I ended up choosing to go to Spalding University. I went there, came back. I just didn't feel like it was fit for me. And that's really my ball and dream story.
All right, yeah, man. They call me 12, man, in basketball. My balling life story started, man. Probably when I came out the womb, my daddy put a basketball in my hand and used to make me walk from my town. And I'm from Franklin, Kentucky. So if you are black, you know what the APT is, and you know what Harristown is, you know where Frog Liver is, you know where Newtown is, you know pretty much the black area. So my dad used to walk to visit my mother from Harristown to APT. And if I wanted to go with him, I had to walk. He wouldn't pack me. So in order to keep me interested in walking and so he wouldn't pack me, he put a basketball in my hand. So I would dribble a basketball across town following my daddy. So when I first got in my first real competition, probably was like 5th and 6th grade. My 5th grade year, you know, I think I'm the shit, but Janus and Craig Allen, these other dudes, you know, they hanging with each other. So they a year older than us, so they would smoke me. So I got mad because I was like, damn, I thought I was good. So my 6th grade year, I felt like Michael Jordan when he came out. Matter of fact, my 6th grade year, probably the first year Michael Jordan's came out, cause the kids, if your foot wasn't bigger than the 7s, you got what was called the Sky Jordans. You didn't get the.
They came out 83.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that time frame. Cause I was the only.
No,
nigga.
I did a report on Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So
That's what.
yeah.
If you was a kid, my age, you had to have some big ass feet to get the Air Jordans.
In '83, they came out because that's the year he came out in the draft.
Yeah.
In '86, they actually Nike made the Jordan brand.
Yeah.
So
I was the only one in 6th grade with the Jordans on, but I had the Houston hairstyle. I had like a little fade with a duck in the back. I ain't had no tail.
I
had the Houston haircut. Yeah. Keith Smart, Indiana. If you go watch him, I had his cut because we always emulate who were the best players. Like I ain't care who. Kendall Gill from Illinois at one point. We in the house playing like we play for Illinois. Whatever team was ranked top team, that's who we was emulating. And at that time, it was Indiana and them. So, you know, my 6th grade year, I think Tojo, me and Tojo might fight over this because I know he's a top gunner too. But in 6th grade, I think I averaged 32 points a game. Hey, look, and I used to shoot my free throws on the left side, and because I wouldn't shoot it straight up, I shoot on the left side up close to the elbow and shoot, and I talk shit. I just did coming from the APT, you had to it was another part of the game was psychological, so you had to talk shit. So I knew my team wasn't no good. So if I didn't get at least 30, we wasn't gonna win no game. I think that my next highest average point score on my team, he averaged 6 points. I was gunning. I cared about winning. Look, this how crazy it was. Look, I averaged about 32 points. The team that beat us in regular season, beat us by 2 points. 36-34. I had 32 out of 4. Look, that was regular season, right? So look, we get to the championship game because I'm not bullshitting about. I want to win. I ain't give. If I would only score 5 points, I wouldn't have cared because we won. But I understood.
Could nobody else put up 5
Nah,
points?
I understood the assignment early. Early, I understood the assignment.
Can't nobody else put up points? I'm gonna do it myself.
Nah, I told my mom, I said, Mama, if I don't shoot, we ain't getting ready to score no points. Then we ain't gonna win. So Mama said, baby, do what you can. So I did as I will. Now look, the crazy shit is though, the same team that beat us in regular season, we fight. I think we like 6-1, they 7-0. We go through the little tournament or whatever. We know we getting ready to face each other. Darren, my homeboy, my cousin DeMarcus, Bam. These are high school kids that's on my high school team when we get in high school. But they I gotta go up against them in 6th grade championship game.
So you sound like somebody's reliving your whole high school child or your whole childhood.
Man, I ain't gonna get. We gonna get to that, but
Yeah,
I'm getting ready
it sounds very familiar.
I'm getting ready to tell you. I already knew they only beat us by 2. They really couldn't stop me, but it was just the fact I had to go up against Darren, and Darren was dunking back in like this motherfucker. He was dunking like I don't think he grew no. I don't think he grew no more after 6th grade though. But he was dunking since 6th grade. If he grew, he probably grew about 2 or 3 more inches. But he was a big kid back in like. So as the game go, it's ebb and flow. Man, next thing I know, man, Darren pinned my shit on glass about 6 times in a row because couldn't nobody stop me from getting to the lane. So he wait till I get up and jump. He just batted out the glass. They ended up still beating us by 2 points. I think that game was like 40-38 or something.
How many points you had?
36. 36. And had my shit blocked by 7 times. So really, I supposed to have about 50.
So what happened to the guy that averaged 6 points on your team?
Hey man, he went on to be I think, man, I know he got some money though. I know, yeah, he was smart. He was smart. He was smart.
Yeah, he had to be smart.
Michael Five Ash was smart. He probably got his dad recorded that, so I don't know if he got them videotapes or not, but he got them tapes. If anybody think I'm lying, it's somebody got them VH1s or them beta tapes with me on there putting in 32 a game.
Hey, he had to be smart to get them 3 shots off.
Now, low key, I chased down every rebound though. Like I was like,
so you saying you had like a double?
Man, I had.
I was gonna say triple double, but everybody averaged double.
Man, low key, I had.
He wasn't passing that ball.
I had every stat because low key I played defense, so you couldn't get the ball up the court. That was another reason why we stayed close in the championship game because they point guard just couldn't get relaxed enough to get Darren the ball. And so when Darren got it. He was getting it with me double teaming because as soon as they passed down, I'm running straight down there because Darren ain't passing the ball. And if he miss, I'm gonna get the rebound because at least my little homie gonna box out. He figured that part out. But from 6th grade, once we got to 7th and 8th grade, it kind of got confusing because kids that I didn't think was good became good to certain people's eyes.
Okay, I want to pause on that. We missing a critical part of your story.
What's that?
Real critical part.
Who taught you the game of basketball?
Oh man, shit.
This goes back to your essence of what we all got here today.
My daddy taught me, and then I heard stories from Fats Hogan's.
I'm talking about when you went to Jersey.
Oh, see, that comes later on in the story though, because I don't start going to Jersey until 8th grade.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was making sure you weren't missing the critical part.
No. See, right now it's just my daddy. I wanted to be around my daddy. So shit, hell, when he would even come to town. Shit, he be taking off shit. I'm right behind him and I'd run and grab that basketball then because I knew he wasn't gonna let me hang if I didn't have it. So,
okay. So anything important happened in 7th and 8th grade?
I ain't like my motherfucking coaches because motherfuckers on that bullshit. Like truly, when you look at how everything ended, low key, I'm really the only kid from that group that grew up just a basketball player. Like other kids, like DeMarcus. He was track, football, into a basketball player. Jermaine, quarterback, baseball, pitcher. and he played basketball. But they wasn't. My main sport was strictly basketball. I didn't give a fuck about nothing else. And so, after the 7th grade, we get to my 9th grade year. Now my 9th grade year, I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Hold up, we at 9th grade, but we skipped. We skipped.
Man, both of them years was some fucked up years.
I'm talking about
coaches was on some bullshit. I don't even want to talk about them motherfuckers.
I want to talk about.
Hell no, dog. I ain't finna talk about them motherfuckers, man. You got the motherfucking principal's son starting over.
I'm talking about.
You have us fill in the blanks.
Nah, you ain't got to fill in no blanks. It was some bullshit. Like, straight up. I just told you I averaged 32 a game. If it's 6th grade. Now I go to 7th grade, I only average 5.
Hey,
what the fuck going on?
Bill.
Like, I'm confused.
No, I want to talk about who taught you when you went to Jersey, who helped you in the game of basketball.
Oh, that's why I was speeding it up. I was skipping this middle school shit because it was some bullshit. Like,
okay, let's get to that part.
Yeah, we're gonna skip that shit because everybody know at the end of our career, everybody know that motherfucking middle school shit was some bullshit.
That's daddy ball, really.
Nah, low key, man. Like, no, low key. We made the principal's son not want to play no more. He might not admit that shit, but me and Jermaine was on his ass every day. He was not gonna play because they started him over us, and we couldn't figure that shit out. Like we was,
like I said, that's some daddy ball. Middle school is not what it should be.
Yeah, it got so personal, man. They had us thinking we didn't know what the fuck we was doing, like as kids playing ball.
Okay, let's get to the part I want to talk about.
So 8th grade, my uncle moves to Newark, New Jersey, and I always go hang with my uncle. But he's now stateside, and he's traveling all over the world because he's in the army and stuff. So now he's stateside, and he's got a foundation. So he tells my mama, send him to Newark. And so when I get there, this might be the funniest shit. Cause I'm finna tell y'all this finna be some real shit right here. My first year I go to Jersey, right? My 8th grade year. As soon as motherfucking school is out, I'm on we get out of school at about 2:45. At 4 o'clock, I'm in line at the airport, getting on the plane. So by the time, so that same day I was getting out of school, I was in Newark, New Jersey the same day, meeting up with my friends. So when I get there, my one friend, we call him Majid. Like, he was a year older than me. He was this motherfucker was the coldest nigga I ever seen dribble a basketball. And so I was like, I didn't give a fuck about dribbling. I was a shooter back then. When you go up there and you from the South, you don't got no handles.
Nah, it ain't close.
You the shooter. Like, somebody get him before he pull out. Like, I was Steph. They thought I was Steph, and I ain't even really shoot threes like it, but they thought that about me. So I used to ask my dude, man, like, how the hell you be doing it? And he was like, I practice. And I was like, what you mean? He was like, He was like, you know how you told me your daddy used to make you walk from Harristown to APT? He said, well, if I was doing that, I'd be working on moves like somebody was guarding me. And I was like, damn, for real, you do that shit? He was like, yeah. So we would go play at places, and he told me, look, I'm point. You 2 guard. He give all the homies the instructions of what our role was. And we go play in Harlem. We go play Brooklyn, Queens. We be down in Linden. Pretty much everywhere where you saw where N1, when they first started out playing, showing where they was going to play, I done played there. So knowing that it's 1,000 motherfucking guards there. Man, it's getting ready to be some D1 guards that said fuck Rucker, fuck Massachusetts University. They wasn't thinking about going to school, but they had all the tools. So when I would go places, man, I figured out I wasn't the best player. I'm like, oh shit, I can take this shit back home because nobody doing this shit here. So each year, when I came back for my summer, my freshman year, they didn't let freshmen. We were so loaded in high school, they didn't let freshmen play up. You had to be about 6'10". You had to be 6'10", 6'4", 200. You had to be damn near 220 pounds before they just say we gonna move you up. Like a skill player my size, they didn't know what to do with us because they thought we was too flashy. We was doing too much with the basketball. So 9th grade, I got my starting position back. Me and Coop, Darren, Jermaine, and Marlo, that was our starting 5. We didn't lose a game our freshman year or our sophomore year, playing JV. We probably, I think if we did lose, we probably lost 2 games or something like that. And so by that time, there was a coaching regime that really started to change my sophomore year. My sophomore year, when I went to Jersey, I come back. Our Coach Brown, is gonna make me the point. Now I'm all hyped for this shit because he like finna put the ball in my hand. I'm like, shit, I'm finna get back to 20 points because that's all I know. You finna put the ball back in my hand? Ooh. Something happens. This man, my coach, I ain't gonna say too much.
Yeah, we gonna skip over that part.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, I'm just setting it up for like it's some things that happen.
That caused him to resign.
Yeah, that cost me. It cost me a setback because, like I said, he knew what he was looking at, and he was gonna use it the way I wanted to be used. Man, I ain't trying to score 20, but if I can kill him, I'm finna eat him all day. But other than that, I'm gonna still pass to. I'm finna get my assist, but he can't stop me. So Coach Brown figured that out and was getting ready like kind of usher me in. You could tell he was getting ready to usher me in on the point. And so he ended up resigning. And so, they bring in a coach, Coach Kington, and they introduce him my sophomore year, the spring year. They introduce him, they bring him in. And so I'm looking at him like, man, it's going on in country. He don't know nothing about no damn basketball. He came in with some cowboy boots on. So I analyzed real quick. I looked at Cuz. I was like, oh, man, why don't give this job to Coach Shelton, man? He know us. Like, Coach Shelton going to turn me loose. He ain't here to turn me loose. So they don't do it. They give the job to Coach Kington. Now, Coach Kington hell of a coach. He like my daddy, like damn near in high school. So I give him his credit. But I ain't like the fact that I was starting over with him, so I said, fuck it, I'm going to New Jersey. I ain't going to no damn summer basketball with y'all. I'm going to do my own thing. So I left. And then, too, my thing was, too, why I'm going to stay here and go to some basketball camps with y'all where these motherfuckers don't know nothing. I'm in basketball mecca where when I come back, y'all always say, man, what's that you do? What you do? I'm learning. So I equated that with, now I'm going to New Jersey, so I went back. And so when I come back, he asked me, man, why you in state to go to basketball camp? I ain't want to stay. But I just told that's one thing about me and Coach Kington. I can say what I want, because he was gonna get mad regardless. So I said, fuck it. If he gonna get mad, at least tell him the truth, and he gotta deal with it. That's how we deal with our relationship. So I didn't go. So the thing was, we were still loaded when I chose to do that. Like, we got Jock, we got James, we got Dante, we got Damon, and we had a white boy, Jimmy D. If he'd have played, this motherfucker was, he was one of them white boys, man, I ain't want him to quit. Because that motherfucker could hoop. Like he was one of them, like, nigga, I really won't fight you right now because like you hoop that good. Like, why? What is like? I thought it was personal because it was too many blacks on the team why he quit. Because I thought he felt pressure from his community. But really, Jimmy D, man, he was a cool dude, man, and he played black. Like we called it, like he had that Larry Bird soul in him. Like, these motherfuckers just doing shit that you ain't think a white boy was gonna do, and he hooped. So these dudes was still almost capable of staying in front of us because we juniors and they seniors. So when Coach Kington come in, he do the honorable thing. He give the starting positions to the seniors. So he don't come in fucked up, these whole season fucked up. Just let me give it to the seniors and let them work it out. Well, in practice, like I tell motherfuckers, if you go look at they average of scoring, it was hell in practice for a motherfucker to keep their starting position, man. Because you got us who, when we become seniors, you got 3 Division I players on in our group playing behind. Motherfucker, you got a tight end from Kentucky. He go to Kentucky. You got a pitcher go to the Rangers. You got another guy who goes JUCO because grades or whatever the reason why he couldn't go, why he had to go to JUCO. But these was what was in front of us our junior year, so I couldn't. with a new coach, he want to give that spot up easy. He didn't know what was in front. Like he didn't know me like Coach Brown knew me. So we would, I played pissed off sometimes. I'd be mad at that motherfucker because he ain't put me in when he's supposed to. And, so by my senior year, shit, hell. He looked up and asked me, I know you going to New Jersey. I said, yeah, I'm gone. And so I left. And they end up scrimmaging the team that ends up winning our state championship. So he writes me a letter saying, man, yeah, we just dog walk University Heights. I say, yeah. So he's writing me like he ain't need me. So that motherfucker made me work extra hard. I got weight vest on. I'm doing motherfucking dribble drills at 3:00 in the morning in the hood. And then I'm still going out with my homies at night. So I was a vampire turned up. So when I came back, I wasn't on nobody's radar. When I wasn't ranked. You know how they do? We went over the rankings right. And this shit, my motherfucking name wasn't even on the piece of paper as the next number to turn over. Yeah, it wasn't on there. But I had a mission, and so by the end of the year, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I was number one motherfucking guard in the region. Once we won the regional championship, who was better than me in that run? And I faced everybody who was on that list and cracked them. So, for me, it was one of them things where I've always had to chase something, and for me, once I got it, I earned it, I wanted it. So, my high school thing was the crescendo. We went to state. We lost to the same team, just like I did in the 6th grade. The same fucking team beat the shit out of us twice. We losing motherfuckers 7-17, by 17 both times, though. But they had Mr. Basketball on their team to credit them. They wasn't no motherfucking slouch. They run that motherfucking 4 low. And let that 6 foot 220 pound guard
Clear out.
Magic Johnson your ass. He ain't doing no motherfucking crossover moves. He's motherfucking backing you in, spinning as he's backing in, and then he might hit you with the shoulder bump off and hit you with that little short jumper. Yeah, he was Shannon Hodgkins was nice.
Who is that? Scotty Hopkins' daddy?
I don't know if he had kids or not, man. But
because they both got the S Hobsons.
No. If he from over in that Clay County area, yeah, he probably.
Scotty went to UHA.
Nah. So.
Okay, who?
And to our credit in high school, though, I just want to say this: we had the number 1 schedule in the state of Kentucky that year.
Okay, who was looking at you for college?
Oh shit, man! By the time middle of the season was going, I had Union University from Jackson, Tennessee. I had Tennessee Tech. I had Campbellsville. I had Cumberland University. I had Lindsey Wilson. I had Georgetown, Kentucky. I had Austin P. I had damn, who else I had?
You told me you had Alabama A&M?
Alabama A&M.
Or was it Alabama State?
No, it was Alabama A&M. It was the one that was in Huntsville. I was mad about that. I was mad about that shit. When I found that shit wasn't nothing but 2 hours away, I was crushed that I picked the wrong shit. Okay. Oh man, I thought that shit was like 8 hours, so I ain't even take my business.
Alabama sounds far from Kentucky.
Yeah, I was like, what? Hell no, man. I'm not going to Alabama.
Okay, where'd you go after high school?
After high school, man, I went to Belmont. I chose Belmont. It was a NAIA Division I school. And only thing is they got different rules of getting eligible. It's a lot motherfucking harder to get eligible for this NAIA shit because they motherfucking not playing. And it was like an Ivy League school for the South. Like so,
that's why.
When I chose that, like a lot of people didn't understand that that you would, if you saw my face value for me, you say, man, he a clown. He be doing clown shit all the time. Now I was an avid reader and smart as hell. I just played dumb with people I hung with.
Did you graduate from Belmont?
Nah, man, I fucked it all up, man. Shit. I was around too much shit that I wasn't accustomed to.
Okay, how long did you stay there?
Man, I stayed 2 years, man.
Okay, where'd you go after that?
I basically, this is what happened. My first day at Belmont after my high school career is over with, we get beat by Clay County and State. I get hurt like I'm already hurt.
You got hurt King of Bluegrass.
Yeah, I got hurt in the King of Bluegrass.
If you don't know what King of Bluegrass is, you look it up. It's a great tournament.
It's a big tournament.
I played in it. He played in it.
And when I got hurt, my coach was like, "Hey, you're gonna have to have surgery, and if you have surgery, we don't know if you're gonna get a scholarship or not." So I said, then this is exact words. So I said, man, fuck that motherfucking surgery. I was like, shit, I'm trying to go to school. He was like, well, if you hurt it again and you know they don't want you, then I said, man, we gotta take the chance. So that whole year I was supposed to play with a brace on, but I ain't play with that shit on. So
that's a target.
Yeah, if you watch videotape though, shit, hell, it comes out and you see me pop that shit in, come and stay in the game, or I'll come out for about 5 minutes and then go back in. But I damaged my shoulder trying to dunk on somebody in the King of Bluegrass.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I almost got dunked on in King of Bluegrass.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
No, it was bad. It was like they on a fast break. I was like, either I'm gonna take a charge or I'm gonna get dunked on because there was no in between. Hey, I took that charge. He put his knee in the chest. I fell. He still almost dunked there.
Yeah.
Hey, they said, I was like, oh, thank God. Woo!
Yes. So,
matter of fact, I think he ended up. I think he was in my same class. He ended up being Mr. Basketball my senior year, and they won state, Trinity.
Yeah. So my first day of practice, right? I'm thinking I'm going for a spot. Everywhere I go, I got to have a spot. I got to know something, or I'm gonna get lost in the sauce with the other shit because I done got bored if I'm not involved. So. First day of practice, I'm on Casey Alexander, the guy who's actually coaching there right now. He was my mentor, and I respect him to this day, man. Cause like I used to give him hell every day, trying to get that spot, and that little motherfucker wouldn't give it up. That little motherfucker wouldn't give that spot up for nothing. Hey, I'm talking about I tell coach what I'm about to do to him and do some shit. And he motherfucker look over and shake his head and Casey would do that shit and he was like a computer. If I got away with doing something to him, I couldn't do that shit again. I had to do some different shit every day to them just to null and void what he wanted to do with running the offense. And with him running the offense, we were still ranked in the top 10 in the nation. Now I know though if coach put me in, we instantly go to 5 because I'm a bigger guard. I play more defense. I know you get ready. I know you finna just, you don't want to just give it to me, but I know you want that number one nation spot. Ain't no way you don't want that, because I want it. And so, you know, my thing is with Casey was, I ain't had no ill feelings for him. He was just in the way. And so
some people take it personally though.
Yeah, and so
it ain't got nothing towards you.
and so I told coach during this practice, he happened to show up. I said, hey man, I'm finna pick him. And I pick him and I dunk it. But now I'm already injured. I'm still injured. I ain't healed from my shoulder shit, but I ain't told nobody nothing. So I pick him and dunk. And so he was like, good pick, boom. And about 8 plays later, I done some shit. I can't do nothing. I get him running, and he forget. I back tip him, and the Queen throw it back out to me. So I dunk it, and I miss. And I was like, shit. I tried to dunk it too hard. And so the center says, man, you ain't gonna do that shit on me. I said, all right. Well, he don't know how I know. Where I come from, when one of the shooters shoot the ball, we crash the boards. And when we crash, we try and get a dunk. We ain't trying to get the rebound. We want dunk on Spreewell type of shit. Yeah. Spreewell. Yeah, we try and catch it. So I knew one of the dudes who was a 3-point shooter, the way he shoot the ball, he come off and it kick off high and have a high bounce. So if you able to leap far and glide, you can catch it anywhere when it's coming down because it's going to come right down in front of the rim. I dunk on the center. Put motherfucking nuts, motherfucking Paul Prince all on back of his motherfucking head, right? Coach Bird looked up, said, his motherfucker gave that look like, damn, he didn't say nothing. He gave that look like, oh, shit, you did do that shit, huh? And so I'm looking like, yeah, I want that starting position. And so I didn't know. The center looked over at coach, said, hey, when he come back in, it's grown man time now. I tell Casey, I'm about to pick you again because I see Casey done got tired. So I pick Casey, but the center's lagging back. So I take 2 dribbles and I'm getting ready to dunk that shit on him, like, cause I know he just going for the actual pin on the glass, so he ain't really jumping high. He trying to catch the ball at a certain spot. So I move that shit in the air, and I try to wrap around him, but he hits me, and I grab the rim. And when I grab it, I'm swinging cause his momentum, cause this dude I'm talking about is like 6'8", 235 pounds. And he stay in the gym like he was doing Rodman shit when we didn't know who the fuck Rodman was. Like he was wearing cutoff jeans, flip flops, the LA breakdancer shirts with the belly button showing. And he come in with a radio playing rock music, but he was African. Like this dude was African. But he was cool. But the inside of him was white. I can honestly say that the inside of this dude was actually white. He talked white. But he was cool as hell, man. Cool as hell. But yeah, he ended up hitting me, and I ended up falling and knocking it completely out of socket. So I ended up having the surgery. So
that was part of the reason why you left?
Yeah, I left because I was actually redshirted that year that I got hurt. I already knew they was going to redshirt me. So when I come back, I just know they finna hand me the keys for 4 years. And that motherfucker pulls me in the offices, and he's like, "No, we ain't giving you the keys." So I go through my freshman year, and I'm on the bench, but I'm coming in. I'm probably getting about 18 to 20 minutes, until I hurt my ankle. But he's putting me in just like it. I ain't thinking about that shit. I'm still mad I ain't starting, man. Like I've been a starter for most of my life. I ain't want to come off no bench for nothing at this point. I couldn't see doing that. And so after my sophomore year, we go to the Final Four in the NAIA what's name, and we get beat. We come back, and he tells me, he was like, "Hey man, I'm gonna start Casey this year," and this was getting ready to be my actual sophomore year, so it'll be my second year there. So I was like, "Oh hell no!" So me not having no daddy, no male figure in my life to tell me, "Man, you about to fuck up. You about to throw all this shit away because you mad about you being impatient." And so I didn't have that. So when he told me that, I as a man, I talked to him and told him I won't leave. And he granted me that. And I ended up transferring to Lincoln University in Jefferson City, Missouri. Good experience, but bad than a motherfucker. That shit was bad motherfucker, man. Cause look, what we talking about right now with black folks, man, that man, I been watched black folks tear each other down. And we got our own shit, but inside our own shit, we don't want nothing to do with certain motherfuckers, man. I was one of them because I played victim to it because I kicked my roommate out because he didn't fit the mold of what I wanted in my room. Okay. He didn't want to do no player status stuff or nothing, man. Like he stayed in the room all the time. He ain't had nowhere to go. Nah, you got to go. You got to get you another roommate, man. Somebody who want to study all the time, man. I got to have some fun. So when I got there, the best thing about that was Gene Jones, man, told me, "You a scorer." I don't know. He said, "I don't know how the fuck you do it, but nobody in this gym can stop you." I watched you play pickup games, and I'm thinking you bullshitting, and then all of a sudden, it's just like a switch go off, and you done ran off 8 fucking straight buckets in this game, and they wanted how the fuck it happened. And he built that confidence in me to where when I came out there, okay. I was the first Westbrook, basically.
Okay. Did y'all win anything?
Hell no.
Okay. So you graduated?
Hell no.
But you graduated though, right?
Nah, I graduated. I was gonna win something, goddamn. I was not motherfucker coming out there a loser or something. Okay. I was not coming back home talking about mama, I ain't even graduate. Nah. The only thing about that was you quickly learn, man, that. And this is what I'm going to speak on in life because I had 2 experiences. And when I speak on Belmont, I'm speaking on white privilege. And I know to all affluently of how that shit go, man. This certain shit y'all can't even fathom about Belmont if you ain't about money and you ain't been around it. But then when you go to a historical black school, you get it's the melting pot. Everybody's you got the rich black kids that go to that school. And then you got the kids that come from the ghetto, and they still got to blend in. But you see how these motherfuckers, they separate themselves, and then once they separate, and then once they get into a fraternity, it's even more separate. Like like I'm in a fraternity, but I ain't really understand how the brotherhood is because I might go to one school and them niggas don't even fuck with me. I might throw a sign up or hit them with something, and they looking at me like, man, you ain't graduate from here, so I don't know. So so for me, my brotherhood for a lot of shit because I learned it come from the spirit within you. It ain't about nothing else. But as far as winning and losing, I won at Bell. This is the shit there, and I hate saying this shit because it make it seem like I'm gonna pick and choose. But yeah, in certain rules and regulations, I'm gonna pick one side over the other. So in organized basketball, I'm finna be honest with you. I won more games at Belmont than I did at Lincoln, but we had more exceptional athletes at Lincoln, if that makes sense.
That's the structure.
Yeah.
That's what was the confusion part of playing so many type of places in era was I won more games with kids that was less talented. But they just knew the system as far as like, at Belmont, they gonna come from a place like Brentwood Academy. So they been schooled on organized basketball all their life. They might still have two left feet, but know to set that solid screen for the shooter because they know that is the shooter and they know their job. Where you might get around, Lincoln and hit motherfucker mad at you because you scored 38 one night. He go out and try to score 36 the next 3 nights, and he gonna do that shit until he get it just so he feel just like you. Y'all done lost 5 games while he doing it, and y'all arguing and shit. And so for me, I take the experience of it as when I discovered Teach One Reach One, I took kids who didn't know how to play basketball.
Okay, see, that's a different podcast.
Nah, I'm just telling you where I'm coming from.
It's a different podcast.
Yeah, we'll get into that, but I'm just saying, like, learning those two structural things. I know, and if you listen to the story, I wasn't born a basketball player. I turned myself into that by getting around the best competition.
Okay.
People who were better than me.
Yep.
I had a 10-year-old when I was 16 teaching me point guard shit because I watched him control grown men, and grown men wasn't even saying nothing to this little motherfucker because he was like, why you ain't set the damn screen, man? Get your ass over, man, shit. And like I swear to God, I thought I was going to see this little dude on TV. That's how cold he was at 10.
All right, who want to go next? Herm or Vale?
I go then. I go,
Go
bro.
ahead, Val. Go ahead, T-Val.
All right. I had to say my story starts from birth, like for real. Cause see, my Dukes was at UK at the time of birth, and her roommate was with Jamal Madison. There you go, man. See, you can never be a hater. You see, look, to this day, I ain't never met nobody who just gonna look. I understand the
Okay,
history.
before we get on,
That's my thing.
let's get that
You ain't
context.
gotta hate that hard,
I'm
bro.
the
I
I'm the
don't even hate
host.
on y'all like that.
No. Let's get the people the context. I'm the host. I control the soundboard. I'm a Louisville fan. He a UK fan. So just by every time he want to mention that school, you gonna hear this.
Yeah. He gonna do that. Now, but so my dude's roommate was with Jay Mass, and my dudes at the time was talking to Kenny Skywalker off and on. You feel me? So I was around it from birth, and I ain't have no other choice. You feel me? Like I always watched it. I stayed around it as much as I could, and I loved the high level of competition. You know what I'm saying? So, granted, I also got family that made it to the league and all that. You know what I'm saying? Bubba Wells. You know what I'm saying? I got Otis Key, another cousin that made it. He was a globetrotter for many years, and he coaching at Vol State now.
The girls, right?
But yeah. But
It's
I've
so crazy.
always
Hey, Val, what's so crazy about that? We all was supposed to be at Austin Peay. Bubba, Otis, me, and Jermaine. I fucked it up. I didn't follow through with this assignment. I did.
But you want to make your own path.
Yeah. I was different though. But yeah, continue your story though, man. But I had to get that in there.
okay. So my dude, she did a graduate program at K State. You know what I'm saying? So once I was around, it's like 3, 4. She's up there doing her graduate program, so we moved from there to Nebraska. No, from there we go to Lexington. So I'm growing up. I didn't even say the school. I didn't even say the school.
He said, I ain't even say the
But
school.
we back in Lexington, so I'm growing up watching UK ball,
Hey, just
and
so you know, Lexington is a good, fun city. I enjoy my time when I go there, especially for a state tournament.
Yeah.
it so sounded like he was a hater. You know what I'm saying, Lex? I'm just
Look,
saying. I don't know. Y'all tell me. You know what I'm
I will
saying? Let
Nah,
admit,
me know
I
in the
hate
comment. I
Kentucky.
mean, nah.
I hate Kentucky.
Lexington get love because they got an Indies there too.
Ooh, yes, sir. Indeed. Look here, man.
Hey,
Look, they had to get here.
look. I like the
Look,
city. I hate the school, but they go with each other. So I had to hit that. All right, continue.
So at this time, she ain't. We really ain't got a father figure in the household. So I don't have nobody teaching me the game or nothing. I'm just going off what I see on TV. Like I'm watching NBA and I'm watching college ball, and that's all I know is I want to play ball. From there we moved to Nebraska, and that's when I got introduced to, I want to say, the football aspect and like, cause I wasn't never really interested in football till my mama was teaching Tommy Frazier, and I seen him on TV breaking ankles and shaking and running through everything, and I'm like, man, I don't know, I might like it, I might want to do that too.
mm,
But so from there, watching them go to the Orange Bowl and being around UK and, growing up, my mama's an alumni and they done went on to win championships. I just always felt like I was supposed to make it and play ball on the big stage. Like, and that's with no training, coaching, or nothing, never playing. That's just always what I had in my mind. And, we moved to Georgia, and if you know anything about the South, like,
That's a different. That's
the
different.
level
different
of
breed.
athleticism
Different breed.
changing, it just drastically increases the further south you go. And if you look at the way schools recruit, it shows that. And I end up seeing real deal talent when I thought I was good the whole time. So I go through the process of realizing, like, all right, I gotta work. I got a lot of work to do. And I just keep working and grinding through the school systems that I was in, and I would never run into my mama and saying, like, I think we should go to a different school. I might have a better chance, and then I just always felt like you had to earn your spot. It's just what I've always seen. I ain't never seen nothing different. But we go from me never playing, organized football or basketball, and I'm in 7th grade in Georgia, and I'm playing for the first time. And, I earned my spot as a starting receiver, even though, what I'm saying, in the system we had, we really just ran the ball and it was an option system because our quarterback, I'm not gonna hold you, was a motherfucking beast. That nigga had hella speed, had footwork, would run through a linebacker, a defensive lineman, and like he just made things happen. Like he ended up getting caught up in the streets between 8th and 9th grade. So that year I started, and after that he didn't play football no more. But like I really saw next level talent, like the teams we was playing and players on my team. So I just kept working and playing and learning the games from other, saying kids that was around me who I figured out and learned had been playing since 4th grade. They've been having pads on and hitting since 4th grade, and I had never played, so I realized the advantage they had and the work that I needed to do to catch up. Like so, I just kept working over the years and ended up in my sophomore year. That's when I had a real shift because I hit my growth spurt, and I was a decent height for a basketball player, and I was at a competing stance for on the football field, but I didn't even care about football the way I did basketball. Like in that sophomore year playing down in Georgia at Clark Central, like our coaching system, it was they was setting their way. Like the head coach for the varsity, he had like 6, 7 players he played. Everybody else just sat on the bench. No matter how skilled, no matter what, like if you didn't make that little cut he had, you ain't touched the floor.
That sounds like a lot of
And
lot of schools out here.
a lot of schools sound like a lot of schools, you
Yes,
know.
it do.
So my experience with coaches is what really led me down the coaching path and trying to help kids understand the game. Because like all the coaches I had, they never broke down what they wanted. They just fussed at you if it was wrong. And I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? Because I just seen him do the same thing. You praised him. I did the same thing, and it's wrong. What happened that made it different?
You ain't him.
So,
Yeah, they don't like
bingo.
that.
You know what I'm saying? But like the sophomore year, I ain't gonna lie, freshman year, I knew I wasn't compete. But that sophomore year, I had been busting my ass. That whole summer between freshman and sophomore, and that whole year, like on the football field, whatever workouts we had to do, like I had been pushing. And
You was still in Georgia?
yeah, I was still in Georgia at the time. And
Let me know when you come to Kentucky.
oh yeah, we getting there. We getting there.
It's soon. It's soon.
At
I
this
was
point,
calculating in my head too.
All right.
at this point, I really felt like I should have been in his top 7. Like I ain't saying I should have been top 1, 2, 3, or none of that. I just knew I should have been in the rotation. And you know, we all know people or know of people who've had parents that had jump a shot at them by coaches and tell parents that this player's gonna get this playing time and all this type of
We
stuff.
was just talking about this.
So yeah,
No,
yeah,
me and
yeah.
him was just
So
talking
this type
about
of
this.
thing was
I don't
said
like
to my
hearing
mama,
this
you
shit.
feel me? And I felt like, well, if I put in the work, like, cause I did this on the football field, if I put in the work and I'm consistent, I get my time.
So you thought.
And it didn't work.
Like,
So we get to the end of the season, and I'm like, we ain't even at the end. We get halfway. I say, I'm done. I don't tell my mama I quit, but I ain't going to practice no more.
You like me when I said fuck practice and went and played PlayStation for a week.
You
I
feel
did
me?
that
I
shit
ain't
in I
play
did that shit
PlayStation.
in
I
college.
practice and was ripping and running through the school, going to the little project next door. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I don't even care for it like that. And plus, my mama had just got a little job in the community, at a little building in the project. And I walked over after practice was supposed to be over anyway. So, I just kick it in the project, shoot ball, and then go to her building and, act like I went to practice.
smooth criminal.
Yeah.
True, true, true. But, so the summer comes and she's hosting this little tournament because they just built a little court over in the project. And I'm like, man, I want to, hey, whatever team you can get me on, put me on there. I'm trying to play. And she's like, she got a friend who getting the team, and he said he got a spot for me. So I'm like, bet. So this whole time I've been working on my game, and I've
Okay,
been like,
I got a question. Was he shooting a shot?
he was.
Okay, I just had to ask because since you brought it
But
up.
see, at this point, I already knew I got to capitalize a nigga shooting a shot, and this ain't for school. Hey, what's up? Who's starting? Oh, I'm starting. Bet. All right, so who the coach? Oh, we ain't really got a coach. All right, bet. Say less. So from that point on, I was like, I'm taking control. I'm running this. Hey, this is what we gonna do, and niggas was listening. So I was like, hey, bet this works. This works. And I wasn't gonna be no ball hog or nothing. I'm trying to win. But if I think I can hit the shot, I'm shooting that motherfucker, no hesitation. So the
Vail,
tournament start, and we play some random team. You know what I'm saying? And while we playing them, like everybody on my team is listening, we beat the brakes off of them. I'm like, okay, we can make this work. Next game, we do the same thing. Now it's starting to be crowds at the court. I ain't think the tournament was gonna have a big turnout, you know what I'm saying? For especially after the first 2 teams we played wasn't all that. So third game, Now, mind you, in between these games, I'm going to my mama building. I'm not watching nobody play. I don't give a damn who out there. All I know is we finna go out here and do what we do. We gonna win. Third game, it's like the semifinal, and I come out there. My team start warming up, and I see all my niggas from my JV team come out. I'm talking about the 7 that start and the others that was on the bench. The whole team. Only person missing is me. Now they all looking down there, they all laughing, and then I got a couple niggas that was on the team that I fucked with, so I met them at half court. What's up with you, bro? What's up? And I shot my shit playing with them because we was cool. Yeah, I'm finna go to work, right? They was like, bro, you ain't finna do all that. I said, nah, I'm finna play for real. Like, ain't nobody telling me what to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do. They was like, all right, we gonna see. And the other niggas was like, man, we playing this nigga? Man, we finna kill this nigga. So they don't know. I got complete control, and I'm finna go to work. And my mind is made up. I'm gonna prove to every nigga out here on the court, I'm better than y'all. And I go to work.
Cook 'em.
Like my team ain't good. They just was listening when I was saying when to set screens and when to cut whenever niggas tried to double team me. Because at this point, I had just been working on my handles. All I knew was if I can get to my spot, I can score. I had been watching all the and one mixtapes, playing all the niggas in the hood that can't be guarded. You feel me? And playing all the top and one guards in the school. So I felt like I had done learned enough to where I can't be guarded. And couldn't nobody stay in front of me. So they started trying to double team me. I'm hitting my teammates. They missing, but I'm getting the rebound. I'm getting the putback, and I'm running back on defense.
We still what, sophomore year?
Yeah, it's that sophomore summer.
We still in Georgia?
Yeah.
Man.
So by the end of the game, we only lose by 2, but everybody on the other team came to the middle of the court and got me up.
How many you had?
Like I had I want to say 18, 20.
Oh, I thought you was like Sterling over here with
32.
the 32.
No. Because see, you gotta mind that these niggas was really double teaming the shit out of me. They was really making it a point that I wasn't gonna score, and that they saw the other niggas really couldn't score. So they was putting all their energy into stopping me and then letting them shoot.
All right, one more question. What was the second highest score on your team?
Nigga might have had 6 or 8. He might have had 6 or 8, but I gave them shots. They was shooting. They just
so
they
you
just
wasn't
wasn't
Sterling
hitting.
where you like, nah.
I knew I couldn't. I ain't look. Sterling was bigger than me. Let's say mine, Dad.
I'm buckshot shorty 12 games. I'm shooting before we come through the door. I'm not bullshit.
He said the highest score on his team
6 or 8 points. 8 points. So that tell me you probably 18. So y'all probably had about 44 points.
Hey,
Yeah.
He had Sterling with Pistol Pete.
That was bullshit. Hey, look. When we get the fray up here, he gonna verify that shit. He gonna verify everything I say. That motherfucker's telling the truth.
Okay. So anything interesting else happened at sophomore summer?
Nah. After that summer,
So we can
fell
talk
out.
now.
Yeah, I fell out with my Duke's husband, and it was like, man, I'm ready to go stay with my dad. You know what I'm saying? So I moved up here. Pop stay in Rockville. I'm trying to go to Central. I done seen they went to the Elite 8. Every time.
Okay, again, let's get this context.
We still gonna be like this.
So, and the most fucked up
and this
part
is
about
the
it
year
is,
that they go
I'm
on to win state.
I'm gonna drag it in hard. So I went to Bowling Green all day, every day. That's personal. But the thing is, my mama went to Central. My granddaddy went to Central. My grandmama, their whole lineage. Yeah, now my daddy's side's from Tennessee, so I ain't got nothing. But both my mama, granddad's side and grandmama's side on my mom's side, everybody went to Central. It's only me and my sisters and like maybe 1 or 2 that actually graduated from Bowling Green.
Something sounds fishy.
Yeah,
Some sounds
yeah,
real fishy,
yeah.
man.
First
Yeah,
off,
I don't know
first
how
of
he
all,
ain't end up a
You
crack.
went
But
to-
first of
anyway,
all,
Hey,
no,
hey, you
no,
know
no,
how
no,
he
no,
got out there.
no,
You know how he got out there.
So what happened
They came with the
was we
receipts.
moved into
They
the
came
district.
with the receipts, man.
No, we ain't had no
Man,
receipts.
they came with the receipts.
Some sounds fishy.
House
That's all I'm
notes,
saying.
car notes.
No, then nobody paid for that. We moved in the
Light
district.
bill, cell phone bill. You feel me? Water bill,
Actually, my little cousin, he's at Bowling right now. Davion Barber.
Yeah, man. For
what he stay
from
at?
what I heard,
He stay in district.
man, for
What district?
Bowling Green district.
What I heard though, man.
I lived in district the whole time I was a part of the Bowling Green Independent School System.
Where you stayed at? Where?
I stayed on Chestnut, Chestnut Hospital Hill. Yeah, Chestnut. Yeah, that's Bowling Green district.
Yeah, that's Bowling Green.
Yeah, yeah. So I stayed on Chestnut.
Hospital Hill.
I stayed
That's
over.
Bowling Green.
Matter of fact, down the street, and we was in Bowling Green district.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always lived. When I was a part of the school system, I've been.
See, this is what I don't understand. This is what I don't understand. Kids that stay in Lee Point in GA,
They can go to Bowling Green Central. Yeah, they can pick.
They right on that board.
they ain't picking. They picking for them.
You talking
Yeah,
about
they
something
are.
I ain't got any control of. You asking about my experience. My experience is I lived in the district the whole time. But that the context is I'm not a Central fan. I rep the BG, and we've been running things right here for a long time. And we continue to run.
He must be forgot about that gun line, boss.
Tell me about the gun line, boss.
Right here.
Yes. Now I will say Central
about that
has
gun
its
line,
moments
Bob.
in basketball, but that's about it.
Yeah,
Y'all can't run nothing else except your mouth.
That shit fit
But-
me over with though.
Yeah.
Man, shit, Central, man, who's over at developing, man?
Like I said, we about to take control of the city because we run everything. In Central, I ain't got no love for you, even though that's my whole family. Hey, I rep all my BG stuff.
He said he gonna kill his whole family.
I ain't never said that, but they know when we get on that court, on that field, ain't nothing personal. I'm just saying, we step off that field, it's all love. But we get in between those lines and them fields, hey, I don't know who you are.
So, Vale, who was on your team when you came to Kentucky? When you started, where you went to Central, right?
yeah. So when I was transferring in, it was Brock Whitney, Leroy Wilson, Worm, Troy McFarland.
It was this.
DJ.
Was this
You know, so
2003, 2004?
Yeah, championship run.
Okay, yeah. You was on the team with my cousin, Nick Brett. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep, Nick too.
that's a little
Like,
dark
and
skin.
I ain't even get the
Oh
chance
yeah.
to.
Okay, I know Nick. I know.
You know, I ain't even get the chance to play with the full team because
All right,
the coach cut me.
When he cut you?
Who cut you?
He cut me on picture
on,
day
hold
after
on.
he told me I made the cut. You
Hold on,
feel
who
me?
cut
It
you?
was like I want to say 3 practices after the cut, and
Who cut
I'm
who?
at practice, everything normal. We done picked
We
our
know who cut
jerseys,
him.
and
Hold on. Who cut who?
Coach Riley cut me, but he sent the assistant coach, Coach Anderson,
he
to cut.
played you.
Yeah, he played me because I really shut down Ryan Anderson. Like, and if anybody know, he was one of the top shooters.
Man, hey, good gun.
But like it's in the stats, it's in the history. Like he was really one of the top shooters, and I saw firsthand.
Central.
I saw firsthand.
Central.
If you give him space, it's cash money.
Central had one of the best from like 2000 to like 2013, some of the best shooters you'll ever seen in this area. I'm talking about you might as well count it.
Like and this was a fact, but I figured out that he couldn't shoot with a man on him, so I ran him off the line, and he always passed. And his daddy would always fuss at him and get mad, and I was like, I was a little vocal. I was like, he ain't finna get a shot on me.
Who daddy?
Ryan's dad, the assistant coach, Coach Anderson.
Ah, damn, he had his daddy in there?
Yeah,
his daddy.
Yeah, he was gonna get cut.
But he really liked
he
that.
showing that on his son. You was definitely gonna get cut. You couldn't have got around that. You was dogging his
Yeah, I
son.
could have, but I didn't have nobody in my ear. You feel me to tell me, "Hey, you fucking up."
Yeah, man,
I was
stop
just
shaking,
there
little
with a
buddy.
mission.
I told you
You know
stop.
what I'm
Hey,
saying?
man,
I
stop
was just
shaking
there with
him.
a mission. All I knew was I need to make his team. These niggas had a shot at winning state. I'm trying to go to Rupp. I want to go to the Big Dance.
Hold up. I just want to pause for a second. Was it the year before they won the state runner? They was like state runner up, or was it the year after?
I want to say
It was one of the before because they
it
was
was the year after they won. They was the runner up.
okay.
That year before they won, they went to the Elite Eight or the Sweet 16.
No, they went to sweet. They did the lead eight or final four. I forget which one it
It was
was.
the Elite Eight then. Yeah, they went to the Elite Eight.
Okay, so let's see. So after you get cut mysteriously by somebody, let's just where do you stay at Central?
Nah, that's when I went to Russellville, and I got into it with coaches there. Like, there you go, Jay. I can't help it where my family from and where we live, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't control that.
Hey, I will say this: I support Russellville at this moment. I can't say going forward for how long, but we'll discuss that at a later date and time. But I ain't never lost to Russellville.
I heard the middle school lost. I heard BEG Junior High just lost,
I
man.
ain't never lost to Russellville. I can't attest
Okay,
to what
all
these
right.
other people are doing.
I like what Russellville doing down there. Let me get that out there on the
Sterling,
podcast.
have
You
you
know
ever
what
lost
I'm
to
saying?
Russellville?
Nah.
Panther
Oh.
alumni, got to give a big shout out to Mikey Benton in the program doing their thing on the football field,
Not
and the
this
youth
year.
Panthers building them up.
Not
Not
this
this
year.
year because they had a lot that went on the sign. You feel me?
Yeah, they had.
No, they
You
lost a
know, they
lot
lost a
too.
lot of talent. You know what I'm saying? They didn't live up to the height that they thought we was going to, get to. But I got a strong belief we'll be right back.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
worry.
they'll definitely be back. I ain't got but you know. But so what happens in Russellville?
I get to Russellville, and with the coaching system they had, Coach Swift was an assistant, but it felt like he was sabotaging, trying to get Coach Todd out and causing all type of confusion in the
So hold on.
program.
Hold on. What color that is?
Is he
What color? What is?
What color
the
this
coach?
situation is?
Oh, well,
trying to get
Coach
one
Todd
out.
was a black coach. He's a great coach. You know what I'm saying? Panther Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I got another question to
And Coach
follow up
Swift
on this.
was a younger white coach that was trying to come in and take control.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask because Coach Todd's back at the helm this year. I don't know if he's gonna stay for how long. How long was he there before? Do you know? Because he's had like 3 or 4 stints.
Specifics, I want to say almost 20, if not 20 or better.
So he's been there about 25 years. You would say,
Yeah,
all on and
yeah.
off. So he's I think he's had like 3 different stints, and I think he's probably one region and probably I know he won region in one stint and went to the Final Four.
Yeah.
He's gotten to the regional tournament and been runner up. I know at least once out on another stint. So he's a good coach. I will give you that.
Yeah, Coach Todd's a great coach.
He said he's pulling trumps. He's running for coach again.
Well,
2024.
no. What happened was
Good Lord.
That
so
motherfucker come back coach when he want to.
so
He retired.
Well-
shit, I feel like coming back.
what happened was remember the head coach.
Look. So beginning of the year, when he get almost to the middle of the year, he say cut. He just cut the season and say fuck it or retire.
Nah,
Get
he
somebody
usually
else.
retired after
Nah,
the season's over.
Here's what I think happened. So, well, I know here's the beginning part. I know the beginning part. I know what happened. So, the previous head coach he resigns in the middle of summer because he got another job in this area. I'll let y'all figure that out.
They can do some funky shit
So
to your ass when they get on.
my thing is, I think he's like, look, I'm gonna take this for 1 year, 2 years, if y'all can't find anybody else, and then I'm gonna let it go. I think he did them a solid because finding a new coach for boys and like after around that period, you really behind the 8 ball, and he's always been around that Russellville system. So it was going to be an easier transition just to give him the job, let him do this thing for a year, 2 at the most, and let y'all find somebody else. And y'all need to be hunting.
I
this
might
whole
go
time.
coach Russellville. You better not let me. You better not give me a bunch of
You know, if
tropical
you go, I'm
motherfucking
assistant.
deer. You better not give me
You
no
can't be
reindeers like they
assistant.
got over.
Hey
Hey
man,
man, chill
Nah.
out, bro.
I'm finna win with them.
you gonna be able to be in the gym.
The only thing I'm getting ready to do is get mad at them niggas if they try to go sell dope. I already know what's going
Okay.
keep
So-
them down. No, I'm on their ass.
So
about that shit.
what happens at Russellville? We know we had
Like, you know, so
we at the,
I get into it with Coach Swift. And like, and instead of fighting him or anything, I was like, man, I quit. I ain't coming back. And you know, my cousin goes to the next practice. He ended up fighting him.
Damn.
So was that the end of your high school career, or did you play senior
Yeah,
year?
that was the end. I was like, I'm done at this point, you know, and just stayed playing ball at every pickup game I could. And, you know what I'm saying, going to Bowling Green, playing pickup.
You heard it, BG all day.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we know where it's at.
But, you know,
We independent school
that,
system.
that, that was the end of me really chasing the dream,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
independent
So
by,
from there, I just
bills.
played ball.
So
Okay.
so
Like,
you
it
did
wasn't
all
never
that
no
until you met me.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a different podcast.
Nah, I'm just asking because like I never heard that part before. Like because I don't know that part.
Yeah,
Like
he told me that part.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, last but certainly not least, we got Herman Gaines. What's your ball and dream story?
From Florida, Florida's football state. You already know how that goes.
It's turned into a basketball state with the private schools.
Like I say, Florida football state.
No, you're right, but like they got a lot of private schools popping
yeah.
up.
Oh yeah. They got good private
They got
schools
the
out there.
private
They got the best number one
Kids
private school out there. Now
Wisconsin.
JUCO, it's hands down. They going crazy out there. Well, I started playing football when I was like 5 years old. Tackle. Couldn't play no flag. My uncle's like this story. My uncle say, "Boy, you play football, you ain't gonna be putting that yellow shit on your hip." So I asked him what he was talking about. He talking about them flags. He talking about pom poms. So I couldn't look here. Off the porch.
Had no choice.
Straight. Look. Shoulder pads and hip pads and thigh pads. Didn't know where to put them on at. So I had my butt pad in the front. So how that situation went. So ended up playing football. Quarterback, wide receiver, and cornerback. But before I started playing, they had me playing line. Yeah. Offensive line. Name weighing 50 pounds.
That don't even sound right.
Hey, you know how that went. Man, look. Everybody else on the line is like, they already 200 at the age of 5. I'm at 50. So every time, they picking me up off the ground. Look, put me back on the line. So you know how that went. So, 5th grade, 6th grade, started getting better. So I wanted to play, my position was quarterback. My favorite quarterback was Randall Cunningham.
Ooh. He a Hall of Famer, right?
Look here. Vic before Vic. He was Vic before Vic, number 12. Man.
Long in the motherfucker. Candy.
I got with a white dude. He was a pitcher.
Ooh, yeah.
That's how I learned. That's how he taught me how to throw a ball. A pitcher. He ended up blowing his elbow
Yeah.
twisted.
Ooh.
What's that, Tommy John surgery or some shit like that?
Elbow was up here to the front.
That's a year at minimum.
So, matter of fact, he worked at Dan Marino Boys Home Center.
Damn.
So I stayed. Look, oh my God, look here, another story. Where I stayed at Dan Marino Center was next door to me. It was a boys' home for black boys.
All right.
So he used to come down maybe every 3 weeks, see Dan Marino down the street throwing footballs to us. We kids, he throwing footballs to us. So
Y'all loving that shit.
Yeah, loving it, man. Every time he come down, it's about 500 people. The whole look. When he come down, you can't drive on our street. That's blocked off like a party. Don't know what's going on, but we know it's action down the street.
Yeah.
So we go down there, looking, Dan Marino. So he throwing balls past us, and we throwing it to him and stuff like that. So he asking us what we do. We like, shit, we trying to do what you do. We trying to get on TV. All we know, we trying to get on TV. So ended up playing football. Played all the way through middle school. Down our way, it ain't no age. It's weight different.
Right.
If you can make that weight, you can still play Part 1.
Right.
Even though if you in high school, if you in the 9th grade, if you can still weigh 185, you still can play.
Man,
That's how we got better. That's how we get better. So we still play Part 1 all the way to high school.
okay.
So once you get to high school, you high school ball now. So that's how you build up your, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we ended up playing football. Got to high school. I ain't play quarterback no more. Too small.
Down there,
Small.
yes.
Yeah, too small. So now I'm playing wide receiver, cornerback. Wide receivers. I did all right, but didn't like that contact. They lock and load. Look, they coming. So I'm not playing that no more. Now I'm playing cornerback. Now I get to hit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I was
I
in
get
football.
to hit now. I'm coming. I'm coming all the way full force. Played all the way to 11th grade. By 12, didn't play no more. I had 3 of my guys that played that actually retired from the NFL. Played for one of them played for Pittsburgh, one of them played for Philadelphia Eagles, and the last one played for Green Bay. High school, it was alright. Tell you about this dude that played for Green Bay. He's a senior. His dad coach on our team. So we're freshmen. We out there on the field. We come back in the locker room. Look at everything is gone. Look, they robbed. Look, I know it was a setup, man. Look, our head coach is / police. Yeah. He's a police. Yeah, he's a police officer, but he's our head coach. But at the same time, his kid is on our team. So we freshmen. They are, they older than us. So he tell us, yeah, just go ahead and take your clothes off, put them in a locker. Now we screaming, all right, cool. What about the locks? We can put them in the locker. Look, we from the hood.
Yeah.
We already thinking. What about the lock? He said, don't worry about it. It's going to be all right. So we go practice. Out there for like 3 hours. After practice, come back. Yeah, all the doors popped. Look, robbed us blind. Look. Man, them niggas robbed us blind. Man, them seniors robbed us blind. So the next day, look, I just got a pair of, oh my God. Just got a pair of Nikes, bro. Look, they just came out to the store. I was the first one that got them.
Like you get hit.
Hit wasn't a word. Nigga, they killed all of them. Look, lay down. Next day, me and my homies, look, me and my crew, yeah, we was about that. I rode with Haitians and Jamaicans.
Oh
yeah.
Oh yeah, we were about
Can't
that.
steal from him, motherfuckers. Can't steal from him.
Look, we wanted that action. We looking. Look, after they stole it for us, we looking for that action. Look, we looking at it. We ain't looking at the faces. We looking at the feet.
Yeah.
Cause our shoes come up missing.
Yeah.
No, that ain't them. That's.
There they go right there. And I said, who got them on? He turned around. I said, oh man, I ain't gonna never get them back. His dad is the police. How can I go tell the police his son got my shit?
Because anything happen, police get called.
How can I go tell the police his son stole My shoes.
You gotta go whoop him. You gotta go whoop his nigga, man.
Hey.
Nah, you gotta go whoop him, make his daddy gotta come and be almost arresting you. Now that little motherfucker stole my shoes, man.
How can we tell the police that his son stole our shoes?
Yeah, so you can't just go do it. You gotta whoop him. You gotta make him know it was dead serious. Like, you didn't go jail for whooping my son.
This is the whole key when I say who I hung with was Haitians and Jamaicans. We about that live. We want that action. But how can I tell my coach he the police, his son stole our shoes, at the same time he the police of our school?
Man, that's like I said, man. I just thought about that.
Man,
we gonna have to whoop him.
Look, it went to hell that day.
Yeah, we gonna have to whoop him.
Went to but
like,
football wise down there, man.
It's different.
It's different.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
different.
It's different.
Just like training down there at basketball. Train's different from up here.
Yeah.
It's very different. It's like
them they know.
Yeah.
They know what they getting into.
They know what they finna get into. Instead of, down here, you come down here, you like
trying to see if you like the training and all this shit.
Nah,
nigga, you get with this shit and you ain't playing. This all we know.
Bingo. But I had a high school coach, man. I swear to God, I thought he was still in the military, how he trained us. We run from, give you an example. We're in Bowling Green. You jog from Bowling Green to Franklin.
Huh?
Yeah.
I just forget y'all motherfuckers running 36 miles.
Speed. That's how we get our speed. But we had to go to the beach. We had to run on the beach sand.
Ooh.
Hey, that's a different type of training.
Every time we train, it's that beach sand.
So he got y'all running goddamn damn near 15 miles on the sand.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
Then ain't no ride back to school. We gotta run back to school. Yeah, we running back to school.
Y'all extraordinary athletes.
Hey, that's why I say it's different.
It's different though.
Well, you know what though? A lot of them though figured out earlier that they was escaping something too. Like up here, they ain't man, no motherfucking kids right now, man. They they poverty's different.
Yeah.
Like a po nigga in Bowling Green don't even know he po.
No.
He had no clue until he get around somebody and he gotta order something and what he order he can't get it. Then he realize, damn, these little niggas is eating on a different level than me.
Then look, on my way back from practice one day, I cut through the basketball gym. I see one dude in that motherfucker every day, bro. I ain't know who he was. There was one dude in that every night. By the time we get out of practice, like maybe 8:40, 8:45. He's in his gym. One dude in his gym every night. So I walk through. Dude like, man, come here a minute. Help me out right fast. I'm looking at dude. Nigga, I don't play basketball. I'm a football kid, but I don't play no basketball. He's like, man, I just need you to just stay in front of me. Nigga, you doing all this here? I can't stay in front of you. I can't do that. I play quarterback. My job is to get out the way.
Exactly.
Hey. End up talking to dude. Guess who he was? Eddie Jones. Played for the Lakers.
Yeah, that's one of my dudes.
We went to high school. Look, we went to high school together.
Oh shit, that's what's up.
Yeah, Eddie Jones.
I remember when he was at motherfucking Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Him and motherfucking Mackey, was it Aki or some shit like that?
Aki.
Yeah, them motherfuckers was balling.
Yeah, so that's how I really got my footwork together as in wide receiver. Messing with him on the basketball.
That's why you play defense the way you play on basketball.
Yeah, Jones was that guy.
Messing with him, man. Messing with him. Just trying to stay in front of him. Because look, he was already what? 3 grades already ahead of me. So I'm like a freshman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So by the time I'm really coming there, he's getting ready to, he's already got his scholarship. Look, hell, by the time we came to school, by the time I got there, he was already had coaches, D1 coaches already to the school every day. Every day.
Hey, that sounds like Shane Bohannon.
Yeah.
That life.
So I ended up meeting him, man, and he helped me with my footwork, and I'm letting him know what I played. He like, man, believe it or not, this right here help you on that field. I'm like, huh? He like, yeah, it help you on that field, man, depending on what you play. I said, man, I play wide receiver. He's like, yeah, this right here.
Yeah,
All the start,
cornerback. Yeah, all
dropping
the
hips.
start. Yeah. So that's how I really got into it just with him, man. Yeah, every time after practice, I'm in there with him.
Hey,
They say, man, you playing basketball?
Nah.
No, man, I ain't playing no basketball.
I'm getting this together.
I'm getting this shit together. Yeah.
they said this motherfucker coach used to make his team watch Allen Iverson crossovers for a whole practice session. Like what? We watching basketball. He said, man, this same crossover is what I need you to do as a wide receiver to get off the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a dude, right? I want to say he played for Buffalo. Some motherfuckers that play for Buffalo right now. They toughest wide receivers.
Stephon Diggs.
Yeah,
Stephon Diggs.
he is the dude I'm talking about. He goes to watch Allen Iverson crossovers to get open. Yeah, and you'll see him do that shit in the game.
He do that.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah, man.
Cause he was like, "Wow, I gotta watch motherfucker Allen Iverson crossover for. He don't play no damn football." He said, "Watch his footwork.
Yeah,
Watch his footwork."
footwork was a monster, man.
Oh, Bubba Chuck.
Yeah. Bubba Chuck was that big. Hey, Bubba Chuck was the best quarterback.
It was
in
him on the
Virginia.
field and the
Look,
court.
Look, man. Bubba Chuck was him on that field, man. He was him on that field.
So does that conclude your Ball and Dream story?
Yeah, that includes my Born Dream story.
So that concludes the first episode of the Ball and Dream podcast.
Yeah, I just getting a glimpse of what started this whole podcast thing.
This first episode was to give y'all a background to what led us into our next episode of how the Teach One Reach One program got started. So,
yes, sir.
All right, but low key though,
That's gonna be a
Hey,
good
wait.
That's gonna be
low key
good.
though, y'all better not call in this motherfucker man because we know what the fuck we talking about. Then y'all motherfucker getting in y'all feelings. Just stay in feelings and don't say too much outside of it because we gonna sue y'all ass if y'all try to step with we ain't doing no type of ignorant shit over here, man.
None whatsoever.
So if you get mad about what we saying, man, you better stay out your damn feelings, man.
So that concludes the first episode of the Ball and Dream story. Tune in for episode 2 for the behind the scenes of Teach One Reach One story.
Yeah, that shit getting ready to be fun.
And we out.